Welcome back to another episode of Bets. It is the fortuitous finale of Season 12.
And since Ben isn't here, and he's been hogging the screen all semester, Sky and I decided to share the screen.
Oh, yeah. First, we're talking MLB underdogs, bringing an expert.
Next, we're going to see who was profitable this season, and who made donations through our Surefire picks, and followed by one last pick.
And then we're wrapping up by going over our bad beats and some funny moments this season.
Scotty, it's been a hell of a season. It's been absolutely fantastic to be up here with you.
Oh, yeah.
But we got one more banger of an episode, so don't go anywhere because Bet starts right now.
And we are back. Augie Aronson to my left. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great, Scott. It was nice to share the screen there because I know Ben,
yeah.
like I said, Ben's been hogging. It was nice to share the screen though, and we got matching little flower shirts.
I know. We had to finish off in a loud way, and it's a bittersweet feeling. But to my right,
It's nighttime.
Is that Nighttime's Joe Geiger next to me?
It is.
Did we make a little trade? Is Ben hosting?
I think we had
Nighttime
to.
this week?
We had to get the bullpen. We had to get Joe Geiger.
Ooh,
up
somebody got Joe Geiger up and moving.
Yeah, we got Joe Geiger up and moving. He's gonna be pitching for us
Somebody go
tonight.
get the righty.
And speaking of pitching, it's baseball talk. We've got MLB underdogs. Who's coming up from the bottom to the top? We're gonna talk about it.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Now we
It's
way
beautiful
up.
right there.
I was
First.
going with Drake, but it's okay, Scott. It's
Hey,
okay.
we had this.
okay,
We
Scott.
had the right message. But first, we're gonna go to Joe Geiger and his team, who he has for his underdog.
I got the underdog, the team that they always consider an underdog. That is the Tampa Bay Rays. They're currently one of the hottest teams in baseball, winners of 5 straight games. They just swept the Yankees over the weekend. They're in first place in the AL East now. And it's been the Rays' offense that's kind of been better than I expected them to be this season. And they're doing things differently. They're playing a little small ball, doing things, maybe the Rays way that you could consider. 31 runs in the last 5 games, 8 sacrifice bunts, 6 stolen bases, hitting with 326 if runners in scoring position. And they're just doing things differently,
Yeah.
In this day and age, it's all about, home runs and exit velocity and all that. The Rays are using their advantages. They know they don't have the power in the lineup besides Aranda and Caminero, but, 2 through 9, they're doing great things.
Yeah, Scott, your public apology might have been a little too soon.
Yeah, it's looking like I may have jumped the gun here for a public apology.
Would you prepare that after the first game of the season when your
I think
bullpen
it
blew
was.
the
I think
lead?
it was the first one or
First
two games
weekend?
this season.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just like, this is not going to be good.
Because I remember
Turn out
texting you after the first game when you guys blew like that 7-run lead, and you were talking about how like your fandom's up for sale. Not really, but like the bullpen needs to be completely rebuilt. This team hasn't been bad at all.
Yeah, and I mean.
And it hasn't been, the bullpen and the defense have struggled, but those are usually the Rays' strong suits, especially on a Kevin Cash-led team.
Yeah.
And those will improve throughout the year, but it's really been the offense, like I've said, that have just done so many great things, starting with Chandler Simpson. We already know he's the fastest player in baseball, but he's
not
hitting
close.
381 right now, and he's hitting solid contact, he's beating out bunts, he's hitting the ball to shortstop and beating out what should be a routine play. He is so fun to watch.
Absolutely, and this is a player that is currently playing on my fantasy team. He's racking up points nonstop every day, and also this is a player who he has no pop.
No,
But
not at all.
I think he's a manager's dream when it comes to the MLB. This guy, like you said, putting out these bunts, making these small ball hits, and getting to second to third base on these small hits, going through the center as line drives.
Yeah, and it definitely helps, and I'm breaking the fourth wall a little bit here. Maya, one of our camera operators for this show, her team, the Boston Red Sox, it helps that they have had one of the worst starts of all time in that AL East, so it definitely helps them because they were supposed to be a team that was supposed to be up there and hot this season, and they went, like 2-7 to start the season? Like, they've been atrocious.
Yeah.
So it definitely helps a little bit with your team, but so far your pick is looking pretty good, Scott.
And
your plus 3,000 is not looking too bad.
Yeah, I mean the Rays are a team. They just swept their landlords from last season, and
Oh yeah, and you got the Devil Rays back. You actually got the Stingrays back in the stadium. I think that's a big boost.
But we're talking about some small ball. We've got a player with pop though. You wanted to mention.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say he usually does pop.
Yeah.
He's a singles guy, doubles guy, just hard contact. That is Yandy Diaz. He's one of the most consistent hitters in baseball, and he gets no love or recognition around the league. Since joining the Rays in 2019, he's had had 5 seasons where he's hit over 280. He had the AL batting title in 2023 where he hit 330 that year, and he's batting 365 this year. He has such a good approach with the ball. He hits the ball up the middle. He hits it to the opposite field. He doesn't attempt to pull it. He's just very good.
Such a great team with so much potential this season, making big wins. But I want to hear from Augie and who his team is next.
Yeah, so I'm also going a little close to home here in the NL East, not the AL East this time, with the Miami Marlins. They're currently second in the NL East. They're 9-10. They just came off a series against the Braves where they lost 2 of the 3. Look, I know it's plus 2,000 to win the AL East, or the NL East, excuse me. You're looking at me like, really? You're really going to pitch me the Miami Marlins to win the NL East? Look, let me take this pick with a grain of salt. The Mets have been god-awful. The Nationals, everybody knew were going to be god-awful. So the Marlins are like, oh, okay. Like, I'm not saying, I think they're performing better than people might have thought. Now, they might have benefited from an easier start to schedule where they played the Rockies and the White Sox to start. Take that with a grain of salt, guys. It's the Rockies and it's the White Sox. But Sandy Alcantara, his last start was terrible. Don't get me wrong. He gave up like 9 runs in 2 innings. But before that, absolute horse shutout baseball like he was when he won his Cy Young season. Yeah. If they can get this pitching staff figured out, because they got great front-end starters. Their bullpen scares me a little bit because they had a couple injuries. Pete Fairbanks.
Former Ray.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's iffy.
Yeah,
he's always been iffy.
But this lineup's not bad. This lineup's young. They're talented. They got a little bit of pop with Agustin Ramirez. Jacob Marcy can fly out in center field. Otto Lopez and Xavier Edwards. Like, this is a not bad lineup.
Yeah.
And Owen Cassidy has been playing great. Kyle Stowers. Like, this team has some pop. They got some guys. Look for them to be above your expectations.
Yeah, that's a good pick. We saw how good they were at the end of last season.
Yeah, they
swept the Yankees at the end of the season. You saw the young sort of guys kind of coming up. I don't mind that pick at all.
Yeah,
the Citrus series gonna be fun this year.
I'd say they had a very sneaky offseason when it came to that.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily. They did. Pete Bendix, the GM, is a little different. Like, the Marlins aren't a big money team. Everybody knows that. They got to be sneakier about the way they spend their money. Got to get guys who aren't big names, but you got to almost be like Billy Beane and Moneyball. Like, hey, this guy hits 265. Hey, this guy gets on base. That's how you got to do it. And they did that a little bit.
Yeah, but we're going to keep it in the same division here. Now, I do have to put a disclaimer. This isn't really an underdog pick. This is just kind of a comeback pick, I'd say. It's the Atlanta Braves. They're plus 170 favored to win the NL East. Sorry. And, I mean, this is a team that's flown heavily under the radar since last season. Everyone's talking about the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Jays. But due to one poor season, it seems like the MLB media has just forgotten about the Braves this year. But they've become a well-oiled up OBP machine this season.
They've been what, Scott?
Well-oiled
up?
A well-oiled up OBP machine.
Oh, boy, Scott.
And I'm not lying here. I mean, their last season record was 76-86. Their current record's 12-7. They lead the NL East above Miami right now by a small margin. Chris Sale, who's had a hot start to the season, he's 3-1. His ERA could use some work with 3.27 ERA, 22 strikeouts, 1.05 WHIP, and through 4 games played. Bryce Elder is also another pitcher I want to talk about with the story of the Braves rotation. He's 2-1 right now. .77 ERA with 2-1 record, 23 strikeouts, 1.03 WHIP through 4 games played. He's been lights out, absolutely. And we're seeing these big wins. And then now it's a story. We're not talking about Albies. We're not talking about Acuna. We're talking about Bryce Elder. Not Bryce Elder. Drake Baldwin. Drake Baldwin, the catcher with 5 home runs already, .321 hitting percentage, and 19 RBIs. He leads the team in OBP at 384.
Yeah, this Braves team they're good. They had a little bit of weird turmoil to start the season. Jerickson Profar got suspended for the second time. Guys, stop taking the juice, Jerickson. Stop it. Just stop injecting yourself. Just let it go, man. Like, I understand you might not be as good as you used to be. Just stop taking the juice.
The Braves are always going to be a good team. They're managed well. They play together well.
Their manager just tackled the guy.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, so, like, they're a tough team.
Yeah, every year they will be. And in the NL East, that's been struggling recently. That they should be just fine.
And one last little thing. Shout out to the Pittsburgh Pirates. We want to talk about above expectations. I wanted to go homer, but the Pittsburgh Pirates are 11-7 and tied for the NL Central lead. Like, and we talked about spending money. The Pirates have never spent money. They spent money. They called up Connor Griffin. They signed extended Connor Griffin. They got Marcell Ozuna. We just talked about the Braves. They got Brandon Lau. Brandon Lau's been going great. Ryan O'Hearn's been playing great. The pitching staff's been great. this is a team. Look for them to do some damage in the NL Central. And I'm surprised I'm saying that, but raise the cone, baby. Raise that cone.
Oh, yeah. But we've got all these underdogs here. We've still got plenty of season left. But for the next thing, we're going to see our surefire picks. We're going to go over what's gone right, what's gone wrong, so don't go anywhere.
The quick interruption. We'll be right back for your show. For now, let me give you a quick rundown of what the Hitting the Field Network has planned for you. My name is Edgar Rodriguez, and I'm the host of Hitting the Field Season 22, live streaming every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern. There, you'll find me and our expert guests talking about everything in the wide world of sports. On Tuesday, get ready because it's Season 10 of Nighttime. Hosted by Andrew Gregg and Joe Geiger, Nighttime keeps you up to date on everything happening in the world of college sports and UCF athletics. Moving on to Wednesday, we have Season 8 of The Combine, hosted by our very own Kathleen Moore. This podcast takes a deep and technical dive into everything NFL, and you won't want to miss that. On Thursday, we go live with Bets, where our Bets boys, Ben Huber, Augie Aronson, and Scott Harris, will give their expert opinion that might just make you some money. On Friday, Season 4 of Girls Got Game takes over with only the hottest topics in women's sports, hosted by none other than Katie Sue Christensen and Mia Flores. And to round out the week, Season 3 of HTFC comes on Saturday, hosted by Octavius Lawrence and Santiago Molina. Soccer never stops, and HTFC will be your stop for everything in the world of football. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, where you can find non-stop additional content, as well as stay updated on all HTFN news. Lastly, leave a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the Hitting the Field Network on YouTube. That's all I got. I'm Edgar Rodriguez signing off. Enjoy the rest of your show.
And we are back. Oh man, this is the final straw here for HTF Bets. All right, we had bizarre bets twice this season.
Yeah.
And then we did our surefire picks of the week for the rest of the season. Next to me, we have Jaden Hermit, who served 2 episodes as one of our interim co-hosts.
Yeah, sorry, I had a little bit of a work trip.
This is where we really see if you should actually be listening to us in a season.
Yeah.
We're gonna be going over everyone's, including Ben's.
This is the segment where we find out if we were actually making money or if you should be getting a tax write-off from Hard Rock Sports.
Probably a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but first, I want to start off with Augie because he had an interesting situation this season.
Yeah, I kind of got some dates wrong.
Oh yeah, he had a record of 2, 1, and 2. The last 2 are kind of undecided right now. It is I believe the Kentucky Derby. Did you say?
Yeah, I thought the Kentucky Derby was in March. Turns out it's in May, so the pick hasn't decided yet. So that's one of the 2 picks. And then I bet it on for one of the bizarre bets because actually they were both bizarre bets. It was the release date of GTA 6, which is scheduled for November. I don't think it's going to be in November. I think it's going to be next year. So it's a futures pick. So there's 2 undecided. So absolutely. I could be 4-1, or I could be
Hopefully.
2-3. So I could be either very profitable, or I could also be making donations.
Now, Jaden was only here for 1 surefire pick, and
Do you remember your pick?
I think it was the Grizzlies to beat the Mavericks.
I know you're a Grizzlies guy, but
this is a normal.
and the Mavericks are
regular season game.
buns, but so are the Grizzlies.
Okay, yeah, no, we're buns. But in hindsight, looking back, that was an okay pick because we've had their number for a long time. But
no, it's okay. You can justify it. You can justify it.
No, I'm not justifying it.
Did you watch that tank bowl between them and the Grizzlies and the Jazz?
Oh my gosh!
Like 25 guys on the injured list for that game.
We're so hurt. We're so hurt.
You guys won that game, right?
No, we lost. I'm glad we lost. We had better odds.
Well, you won that game technically.
Technically, we won.
Technically, you won that game.
But we won.
yeah, but I wanna go to my record this season, which was actually not too bad.
Hey.
I finished 500, kind of like the Tampa Bay Rays do. We were just on the topic of them. My notable pick, I'd say, would be the Dominican Republic to win the WBC. Not a crazy pick.
No, they looked like
In the
like,
time, that was not a bad pick.
It looked like when you watched Space Jam for the first time as a kid and the
Yes.
Monstars. Like that's what the Dominican Republic lineup looked like. I was sitting there in the booth at the Marlins at Lone Depot Park, and I was just like, who was gonna beat this team?
That was a fun team.
I couldn't think of anybody, but Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens is a guy.
Yeah,
what can I say?
It was just a difference maker, but I think we should move on to an interesting situation. Our host, who's currently watching either from the airport or from France right now, Ben Huber.
Oh, Ben, you suck.
1-5.
But his one pick was a freaking futures pick.
The only pick that he got was an absolute snipe, and it was Rory to win back-to-back Masters.
He's kind of been profitable, honestly,
How
with that
about-
odds.
That would have made him a lot of
He
money.
could have made all his money back if he put those 5 bets that he lost. He could have put them on
Yeah,
Rory
if
and
you
probably won it all back.
Put enough money on it, it probably would have been profitable. Like if you put like $10 on each of those picks, you probably would have been profitable at plus 1,500. But what a snipe! I mean, I could have. It's a good snipe. Like back to back, Rory won the first one. All the pressure's taken off of him. He wins the second one. Like the guy shot 7 under in round 2. Like he was going insane.
Oh, yeah.
But 1-5 is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Guys shooting
Even
20%,
for me.
25% or 20% from the
That's
field.
20% from the field.
But
You're
we are
inefficient.
going to go over some funny moments, horrible picks, just kind of blooper reels
I thought
today.
that was next segment.
No? Wait a minute.
Yeah, this we're doing our surefire picks for this segment, Scott. So
Oh,
I'll
that's
take it
right.
off. I'll start. It's okay, Scott. It's okay, Scott. I'll start it off. We got playoff basketball here. The Knicks versus the Hawks. This is New York's year. I was talking to Jaden pre-show. This is New York's year. Give me the Knicks, baby. Minus 235. We know everybody's going to be in celebrity row. Look, do you see Jalen Brunson there? He's a dog. The Hawks are an interesting team to me because they trade their franchise player in Trae Young. They had Tingus Pingus. He's gone. He's in Golden State now. And they've been so much better. It's kind of surprising to me. Not really surprising, though, because I thought Trae Young was kind of a bum. Like, he was a great player. But this Hawks team at the 5 seed has been, like, really shocking because it felt like, Jaden, you can back me up on this, they were the pinnacle of mid 10 seed playoff play.
Super mid.
Because, like, I remember seeing stats, they were like 40 and 40.
Yeah.
Like, everything was like 500. I don't know if you remember when I've seen that, but this is the next year. Cat's going to kill Onyeka Okongwu in the paint. Jalen Brunson's going to go crazy. Josh Hart, OG Anunoby. Like, this is a good squad, and I like the Knicks. And I like them for a lot more than just this.
Now, Jaden, you had another NBA pick.
I do. I have the Denver Nuggets being the Minnesota Timberwolves in Game 1 of the playoffs. And coming into this postseason, the Nuggets are 10-0. Okay, and I feel like these two teams, they always find a way to come play each other in the postseason. So I got the Nuggets in this one. Nikola Jokic, top 2 MVP candidate. He might not be 2. He might be number 1 when it's all said and done. I don't know, but he led the league in rebounds. He led the league in assists. So I think he's gonna give the Rudy Gobert especially. He's gonna give him a tough night.
Rudy buckets.
He'll give him a tough night.
Yeah, you were just talking though about how he's maybe 2 or 1 of the MVP candidate. A couple guys just got their exemptions. For Luka Doncic got his exemption. Cade got his exemption, but no Anthony Edwards.
Ooh,
So those 2 guys got theirs. Luka got it for the extraordinary circumstance of birth of his son.
Yeah.
And Cade for his collapsed lung. So those guys will be eligible for award races. And you think any of them win it? I think it's got to be Luka, right?
I think we lean Shea here. Honestly,
Shea?
I think we lean Shea here.
Okay.
All season long, he's been consistent, literally.
Yeah, I mean, this Thunder are what, the 1 seed again, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, no, the best team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to break off here because I'm still a little fired up from that MLB talk. I have the Tampa Bay Rays tonight beating the Chicago White Sox, completing the clean sweep at minus 130. The Tampa Bay Rays have obviously been a hot team. Yandy Diaz popping them down with those first base and second base plays. I think it's an easy win tonight, especially with Chandler Simpson, the way he's playing. We're just going to get that small ball done.
This is a funny one to me, Scott, because pre-show we were talking about how, for a little reverse psychology, you've been betting on the White Sox so the Rays win. But now you're betting on the Rays?
Yeah,
Are you afraid this is finally the time where your White Sox pick hits?
The White Sox might have a win tonight.
Just because you're betting on Tampa?
Yeah.
Or are you hedging? Are you betting on this for surefire? Is your surefire pick going to be this? But then you're actually going to put your money
My
on the White Sox?
surefire pick is going to be this. Maybe I think I am going to put money
You're
on
gonna
the
hedge it?
White Sox just
Okay.
so the Rays win.
Yeah,
it's
you can't break the.
It's something divine that always happens here. Even though I didn't have a terrible record on the surefire picks, we're just going to go with that. But it's been great. Thank you for when you covered this season, for everything, Jaden. It's been great having you on this season.
I appreciate
But
you.
we're
The
going to
birds
go.
were chirping and the sun was shining.
Well, now the sun's kind of setting because it's the season finale.
Yeah.
The owls are
It's
coming
sad.
out now.
It's
Moon's
sad,
coming
yeah.
out.
It's nighttime.
Yeah,
Dude,
You're
it's
gonna
nighttime.
make me tear up, man.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
There's nothing better than just hearing you start the episode off with that. But
No doubt.
take it away, Scotty.
But I mentioned this earlier. We're doing funny moments, bad beats right after this.
It's that time of year again, and another NASCAR Cup Series season means another edition of the Daytona 500. Once again, fans flooded the Daytona International Speedway last weekend to cheer on their favorite drivers. And their not-so-favorite drivers, too. And as always, our HTF Bets crew was fired up to make their picks.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
But let's take a look at how those predictions played out. Augie took a look at the reigning Daytona 500 champ and thought, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I'd choose another outright race winner in the number 24 car, William Byron.
Coming off of 2 straight wins in the 500, Byron had a shot at being the first driver ever to make it 3 in a row.
Look, he's going to be the first person to make history.
But unfortunately for Augie, the 24 car had a quiet race, crossing the finish line in 12th place with 0 laps led. Scott, on the other hand, had his sights set on none other than
Ross Chastain,
hoping he would finish top 3. The Melon Man raced a promising drive, trading the number 1 spot throughout the 500 miles and leading a total of 12 laps. But to Scott's disappointment, he finished far from the top 3 as the 20th driver to take the checkered flag, meaning that the desk was now 0 for 2. But luckily, Ben decided to put his money on an absolute veteran.
For my pick, like I said, Battle of the Busch, I got Kyle Busch to finish top 3.
Another driver hungry for his first Daytona 500 win, Kyle Busch rocketed his car to pole position in qualifying, starting the big race in first. The number 8 car was clearly on a mission, racing at the front of the pack and leading 19 laps on the night. But even after finishing the second stage in 4th, Busch could only manage a 15th place finish in the end. So who should the boys have placed their bets on? How about the man who led only 1 lap the entire race? That's right, Tyler Reddick's number 45 car started the final lap in 4th place and steered past the chaos to cross the finish line in 1st. Reddick's heroic last lap pass was followed up with some well-deserved burnouts as the 2311 racing team celebrated their first win in the Great American Race. Take a bow, Tyler Reddick. You are now a Daytona 500 champion.
And we're back for segment 3, the final segment of this season, of season 12. It's kind of sad, Scott.
Yeah.
Like Jaden just said, the sun is setting, and I can almost feel it setting here, even though there's these bright lights on the studio on me right now. And
I don't hear any birds chirping anymore.
I know. Jaden said something about how the owls are coming out. It's a little sad, man. But
Wow.
first, Scotty and I just want to say this first. Madison and Miguel, our producers, we are so thankful for all the work you guys did this semester. You guys did such an amazing job. Bets went so well, so thank you both. Thank you to all our guests who came on.
Absolutely.
Thank you to Ben, who's not here. Scott, great job this season.
Thank you, Augie.
Yeah, it's been an awesome season. Season 12 has been great. But to end season 12, something that we've done a lot on bets, we got a little bad beats recap and a little funny moments highlight. So we're going to start off with Ben here. So let's just get into Ben's video in 3, 2, 1.
Daytona 500. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Let's go.
But for my pick, like I said, Battle of the Busch, I got Kyle Busch to finish top 3. This guy is a problem in NASCAR. I mean, he's got the Zins on his uniform, and his last name is Bush. I mean, dude, come on. This guy is like America's man. I got a little nod to that in my pick. I got Jack Black. He's going on SNL this week. In his opening monologue, I have him to say, "Chicken Jockey." Before we run out of time in this segment, I got to give my picks. First off, I got Duke. Y'all said Duke is Fugazi. I completely disagree. They were sleepwalking in Siena, I know, but I don't think that has anything to do with how good they are. They have the highest odds to make the Final Four at 47%. Their Elite 8 matchup could be scary, either UConn or Michigan State. I think they're going to go against Michigan State. Moving on from that, my pick for MVP is going to be Kenneth Walker. I'm really just going off the stats from the playoffs and his performances so far. Against the 49ers, this guy had over 100 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. If you can do something like that, there's no way you can deny him Super Bowl MVP. Zach Charbonnet being out, I know Nick Cohen talked a little bit about that on the last segment. And honestly, I think that really benefits Kenneth Walker, really boosts his chance to win an award like this. I mean, he's going to be their only option on the ground, really. So I like Kenneth Walker at plus 775. I mean, pretty good flyer, if you ask me. I like Kenneth Walker at plus 775. I mean, pretty good flyer, if you ask me.
Wow.
Wow, what a Ben. Some of these picks were rough, man. But okay, to be fair to him, it kind of seemed like they were meme picks, like the chicken jockey. What was the first one? There was chicken jockey.
Oh my gosh.
They were just meme picks.
There was,
and then
some
Duke,
pretty
we all
rough
thought
ones.
Duke was Fugazi except for him. Like, he could have been much better off, but he did have some other good picks. So, and, it was the Kyle Busch pick. He went with it just because it was called Busch.
I mean,
Like,
in his defense,
Kyle Busch is also a good driver.
I went with the Busch car, Ross Chastain, just because it was
yeah.
Busch Light car, and I liked the design of the car. But I made your video, Augie.
Okay.
And we're gonna play that if you want to cue that up real quick.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So in 3,
Oh no.
2, 1.
Aronson, 6'1", 185, right-handed pitcher, Wellington, Florida.
Scott, I was like 12.
Hello. Okay.
This guy.
Oh my gosh!
It's going to be Drake May because I think Drake May shows more of the.
Scotty, and I held your suit for 2 weeks in my car.
He did.
Really?
I left it out, and he picked it up for me. This is my dog right here. I might have to switch my pick for it.
No.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm switching up. It's Matthew Stafford, dog. You got that. Thank you
Let's
for
go,
holding my
Scotty.
suit. Thank you
Really
for.
excited about this fight. Not that I wasn't excited. Was when Patty was walk out. The only time I ever was excited about Patty, I was like. But I had Gates the entire time. I was sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings. Made all my friends a bunch of money because Patty.
I was gravely disappointed, but we got back to back the next 2 years.
Were you disappointed last year when the Panthers beat you guys?
Not too much because
I feel like this is like mom and dad arguing. right now.
we've always been the big brother in Florida, so can't really.
All right, I mean, as a Florida resident, as a beach-loving guy, I mean, you gotta love Daytona 500, right?
And as a beer drinking guy, you gotta love the Daytona 500.
Is this
I would spend so many hours going to the deepest parts of the internet to where, like, if there was my FBI agent that was watching my electronics, was probably surprised and thought I was the biggest degenerate of all time. But also,
Back at the Trop, baby.
oh boy,
We're back at the
the
Trop.
worst stadium.
It's not
in
gonna
MLB
change
history.
anything.
Oh man, I'm so
It's
stoked.
the worst stadium in the history of the MLB. Like, it's a piece.
Oh,
that's all I'm gonna say. It's a dump. But it's your dump, Scott, and it's
my
okay for you to
dump.
love it.
It's a charm to the league.
I walked into HTF this morning and I told Scott Harris my pick, and he gave me the biggest bear hug of all time because I have the Vesna in the goal of the year. It's Andrei Vasilevsky. It's pretty simple.
It's a little Minecraft movie.
That's
Maybe
true.
get a Minecraft too. The game and the
Producer Madison, can we have a HTF Bets pizza party where we watch the Minecraft movie? Thank you.
movie. Okay, thanks for that, Augie. And we are back talking about some
Minecraft movie,
deep
bro. I just wanted to see the
500
Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Scott, you went onto my perfect game profile page and used those videos.
I did.
Wow, that's great.
Dude, all I had to do was
just typed in
search
my name, didn't you?
Augie Aronson, and it was just, I could have put more, too. I could have had a 5-minute video of just straight-up clips, putting MLB The Show sound effects over the video and everything.
I was 13 when that stuff was taken.
Dude, you were hitting dingers, though. You were a pitcher.
I
You
was
could
a
have been the
pitcher,
next.
yeah,
You
yeah,
could have
no,
been the
I
next
was only a
Shohei.
pitcher, like, in that showcase. I was like 87 miles an hour as a 12-year-old.
And you were hitting him over the green monster.
I know you went. Did you look up and down my perfect game page? I know you saw that 90 plus miles an hour on that
did,
fastball.
I did. This
I used
guy-
to chuck. I used to chuck a little bit. I
this
know
guy-
a thing or two when we talk in baseball.
Dude, Augie Aronson, prime Augie Aronson shoved. All right, let me tell you what. But
100%.
I'm excited
Scott.
for this one. I'm excited.
Let's get into yours, bud. We're gonna get into your video in just 3, 2, 1.
Review on how stoked I am about this. Augie did too. We're back at the Trop, baby.
Oh boy.
We're back at the
The
Trop.
worst stadium.
It's not
in
gonna
MLB
change
history.
anything.
Oh man, I'm so stoked.
It's the worst.
No, I don't like doubters. Okay.
Oh God.
I'm like Augie here. I'm going with my favorite team. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Rays, okay? This is not a punishment, by the way. I'm completely okay. He's only 22 years old, and he's playing like Aaron Judge out there. I mean, he can hit balls.
What?
A few moments later.
Shout out,
Scott, before we go today, you have something to say to our fans,
Yeah.
right?
So I don't like doubters. Before we sign out, exactly a week ago.
Yeah, you did.
Exactly a
Missed a
week
lot.
ago on this show, I did something that I would call unforgivable. And to everyone watching HTF Bets, I owe you a dire apology. I pride myself and think to myself as a man of faith.
As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run.
I made a dire mistake of trying to sell them based on value, momentum, and youthfulness. And instead, I shocked this very desk for all the wrong ways. And he can hit balls.
Paul Bancaro from 3, and it's like,
Oh, yeah,
what
it's
are
in.
we doing?
Definitely Francisco has a great point here, and I think Francis Malgoa is going to go first. We have USA, Japan, Puerto Rico, but I'm taking a certain team. I'm taking the DR to win it all.
There's no way.
All right, plus 190. We've got to represent Junior Caminero. All right, Junior Caminero, my Rays legend. He can hit balls. I think he can hit balls.
Okay, I know that was Miguel who put. I hope, or at least I think it was Miguel if it was Madison.
I think it was Ben that made that.
Oh, Ben made this?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's absolutely perfect. I literally called it. I think our mics were muted, so you couldn't hear us. But I was like, as I started your public apology, I was like, and there's a deep drive to left field. That'll be a home run by Castellanos. I'm so glad that made it in the video. But you said you hate doubters, but you doubted the Tampa Bay Rays yourself. A public apology after a one weekend?
Yeah.
Scott, you doubted the Rays.
Self-hatred. That's not a good virtue to have when you're
But
a show host.
these were pretty good videos. They were pretty elite videos.
No, these were elite. And speaking of elite, this season was elite. I just want to thank everyone from production to the people behind the cameras, everyone who's guested and helped out with everything and has made this experience so much easier and so much better. And putting up with me, Ben, and Augie here.
Yeah, because we're a lot to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, we're a lot to deal with.
Especially myself, too.
Sometimes we just make this show a show about guys being dudes. And, you know, we've had a lot to handle, but from the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate everything
100%.
you guys do.
And we look forward to season 13. And hopefully maybe next semester, Ben's not making donations and we can actually make you guys some money because Scott and I did. And maybe if you took Ben's pick.
And hopefully the Lightning will be Stanley Cup champions.
No chance. No chance.
But for Scott Harris.
I've been Augie Aronson. And then this guy's in the middle somewhere. Is Ben Huber.
Invisible Ben.
Yeah, see if we can maybe like in the past like put something as far as like him at the Eiffel Tower or something. But
yeah.
On to season 13 of Bets, guys. Thank you for watching the season finale of Bets, season 12. It's been such a great semester. But we're signing off right here, right now.